When you're buying something new, you want to make sure it's worth your money. Here at Which, we put thousands of products to the test every single year and give you the results so you can make informed choices. So with Amazon Prime Day just around the corner, why not get yourself a Which full access annual subscription for just half the usual price? Right now you can get 50% off the usual price for a Which full access subscription, which gives you access to all of our product reviews, as well as access to the Ask Which service, where you can chat to us online for personalised one-to-one buying advice on any product we've tested. Not only that, but you'll also be able to use the Which app, and you'll get the Which magazine delivered direct to your door every month. So, to get a Which full access annual subscription for just £49.50, just head to join.which.co.uk. That's join.which.co.uk for 50% off the usual price. Offer ends on the 31st of July. Hello and welcome to the Which Shorts podcast. I'm James Rowe. This is the podcast that brings you the very best from Which, with a weekly taster of some of the brilliant journalism you can expect from your suite of magazines. This week we're looking at fraud. In the July edition of the Which Tech magazine, Chiara Cavaglieri looked at some of the clever and inventive ways that scammers are working to get hold of your money, plus provided their advice on how to stay one step ahead. Here's her piece, read by Angus Farker.
You may like to think it would never happen to me when you hear of victims who lose their lifetime savings to a bogus investment scheme or click links in dodgy emails, but the truth is, we're all vulnerable. Bank data shows criminals pocketed at least £580 million through fraud in the first half of 2023, and there were 3.2 million fraud offences for the year ending in September 2023, according to the Office for National Statistics Crime Survey for England and Wales. People were more likely to report being a victim of fraud than any other crime. An astonishing amount of fraud starts on or is facilitated by the internet. The dark web offers an underground marketplace where leaked bank account details and passwords can cost as little as your morning coffee. And in the blink of an eye, rapid developments in AI have been exploited by scammers. The fight against fraud can feel like a nightmarish game of cat and mouse, not least because the lack of joined-up action across different industries leaves too many doors wide open. That's why Which is calling on the government to bring together banks, tech companies, the telecom sector and government agencies to increase efforts to share intelligence, shut down fraudulent activity quickly and help law enforcement stop offenders in their tracks. But it's also essential to raise public awareness of both common and emerging threats. With that in mind, we wanted to lift the lid on some of the most convincing scams we've come across so far in 2024, offering tips to help you better protect yourself and your loved ones. Our free Scam Alert service, available at which.co.uk/scam alerts, is another invaluable source of information. Do sign up and share with your friends and family. Your bank account drained in minutes. Which was the first to sound the alarm in March about e-money firm Revolut and account takeover fraud. This is where criminals hack into financial accounts to make unauthorised transfers. We spoke to 3 victims who faced nearly identical attacks days apart. After we published the story, more people came forward, all of whom are experienced business owners, including 2 accountants. The scammers created a fake Revolut email address and a slick copycat Revolut webpage. They were even able to pass selfie security checks in each case. Revolut offered no explanation as to how this was possible and said it could not share copies of these photos because they are not stored beyond the point of authentication. These criminals still had to impersonate the e-money firm over the phone to the people affected to obtain security codes required to complete the first transfers. Once unleashed, the speed at which they drained the accounts is truly shocking. One victim lost £165,000 in an hour, and his business is currently on the brink of bankruptcy. The other lost more than £40,000 in 10 minutes. We advise both to refer their complaints to the Financial Ombudsman Service after Revolut refused to reimburse their losses. A spokesperson for Revolut said, We are aware of a recent increase in advanced account takeover scam attempts across the industry, they added. We are continuously strengthening our fraud controls to stay one step ahead of this trend, introducing further direct interventions and sharing educational materials with our customers so they are able to spot the social engineering tactics of criminals. To help protect yourself, never share your password, PIN, or security codes with anyone else, even if they claim to be from your bank or another trusted organisation. Ensure you have the most up-to-date security software installed on your phone and PC, plus antivirus to help protect you against malware and phishing. Hijacked booking holidays. Weak hotel emails and booking systems are being targeted by hackers to send troublingly plausible messages to holidaymakers. Once they've gained access to the systems of hotels and B&Bs, they're armed with guests' contact and booking details, and can send fake WhatsApp messages, texts, or emails. The most dangerous appear in the secure internal messaging platforms of genuine sites. We're particularly concerned about Booking.com scams. We had 20 reports about these last year and 40 in the first 3 months of 2024. Typically, you get a message from your hotel via the app claiming there's a problem with your payment, before asking you to verify or update your card details on phishing sites designed to look like Booking.com. One victim told us, "I received a message telling me my card had been declined for a hotel booking. We were on a 2-month rail trip around Europe. It gave me a link to re-enter the details." Because it came as a Booking.com message, and because the page asked for my credit card details looked realistic, right down to the standard Booking.com anxiety-inducing messages saying there were only 5 rooms left at that price, I entered my card details. The site said the card had failed and I should pay it at the hotel. I messaged the hotel, who told me I'd been scammed. I blocked my card and messaged Booking.com twice. I was promised a reply in 24 hours, but didn't hear back for days. A spokesperson for Booking.com told us that some of its accommodation partners are targeted by phishing emails that lead to malware on their machines and, in some cases, give unauthorized access to their Booking.com account. This enables fraudsters to pose as the accommodation and communicate with guests via email or messages. To stay safe, always remember that requests to pay outside of any trusted holiday booking system are a red flag. Be wary of links in emails, texts, or other messages purporting to be from the accommodation provider you've booked. Check web addresses carefully too. Cloned sites may look very similar to genuine ones, but the address won't be identical. Ideally, pay with a card to ensure you benefit from chargeback or Section 75 protection if something goes wrong. Rip-off subscriptions lurking in phony ads. You might be being bombarded by sneaky subscriptions hidden in misleading ads. We've heard from hundreds of people in the past year who've discovered unwanted and often extortionate recurring payments. Some victims were paying as much as £50 a month to companies they had never heard of. Many have faced a battle to get refunded by their card providers because payments appear to be authorised. Malevolent advertisers evade detection by cleverly camouflaging their content and web addresses. One tactic is to hijack QR codes, those black and white squares used to direct you to a website. Scammers may simply place stickers or fake QR codes over genuine ones found in car parks, restaurants, and posters. Malicious QR code scanner apps have also been blamed for redirecting users to scam advertising. Another ploy is to pay advertising platforms to target their victims at scale. In recent months, Which has spotted and reported dozens of advertisers that were claiming to be parking apps such as Just Park, Pay by Phone, and Ringo, using stolen logos on search engines Google and Bing. The next time you search for a company or an app using a search engine, be warned that those seemingly innocent ads, often shown at the top of search results, may have been created by a scammer. Platforms do take steps to prevent and remove malicious content, but we found repeated offenders, despite Google telling us it had taken action. In February, Which broke the news that even a verified advertiser, one that had theoretically been vetted and approved, had launched a bogus advertising campaign imitating Leica Mobile. A Google spokesperson said, "Protecting users is our top priority, and we have strict ads policies that govern the types of ads and advertisers we allow on our platforms. We enforce our policies vigorously, and if we find ads that are in violation, we remove them. We continue to invest in significant resources to stop bad actors, and we are constantly evaluating and updating our policies and improving our technology to keep our users safe. To keep yourself safe, only download apps from the official Apple, Google Play, or Amazon app stores, and read reviews of the app before you download it. Beware of ads when you use search engines, as these may have been taken out by scammers. Pay close attention to the web address an ad or QR code directs you to. Don't use a QR code scanner app, as it increases the risk of downloading malware. Most phones have a scanner in the camera app, so use this instead. Investment fraud gangs steal £13 million a week. Squeeze households are being drawn to bogus investments and get-rich-quick schemes run by criminal gangs, netting horrifyingly large amounts of money. Investment scammers stole an average of nearly £13 million per week from almost 100,000 victims in 2020 to 2023, according to data from Action Fraud. More victims came forward in 2023 than any other year, and the true figure is likely to be far higher as many others stay silent. This data was published following a Freedom of Information request by the Pensions Management Institute. Too many people blame victims, calling them greedy or sloppy, yet which regularly comes across cleverly cloned websites claiming to be regulated companies, sometimes using glossy, professional-looking brochures making false claims about enticing rates and how your money is protected. Misleading profiles on LinkedIn and Companies House can also add an air of legitimacy. Tech giants are under huge pressure to put a stop to investment fraudsters flourishing on social media. Action Fraud data shows that users of Instagram and Facebook, both owned by Meta, reported the most investment scams in 2022, while TikTok and LinkedIn were associated with the highest losses per victim. Which has repeatedly flagged investment scams being advertised on Facebook, including one called UK Income Bonds that is currently operating as British Property Bonds. It has been on the Financial Conduct Authority warning list of scams since September 2020, and we asked Facebook to remove its ads in December 2021, but they keep cropping up, including one as recently as April 2024. Meta told Which it has removed the ad and associated account. All financial services advertisers now have to be authorised by the Financial Conduct Authority to target UK users. Sickeningly, victims are often retargeted by recovery scammers, sometimes claiming to be from legal firms, auditors, and regulators, falsely promising to help recover their losses for an upfront fee. These charlatans are sometimes connected to the original fraudsters, while others stalk fraud victims via social media and online forums. Ignore unexpected offers via a cold call, online ad, or through the post. These are likely to be high risk or an outright scam. Avoid entering your details on unknown sites, particularly those advertising on search engines and social media, as you risk being targeted with endless scams.
Angus Farker was reading that piece by Chiara Cavalieri, originally published in Which Tech magazine's July edition. Did you know that you can get the magazine delivered direct to your door by becoming a subscriber? Check out the link in the show notes to find out more. And why not get a taster of what the Which Money magazine has to offer by listening to Money Short on the Which Money podcast feed. Every fortnight we handpick a brilliant piece from the Money magazine and bring it to life, just like we do here on Which Shorts. Just search Which Money wherever you're listening. Don't forget that you can find even more articles you'll find useful every day on everything from living more sustainably to making the most of your summer holiday by signing up to one of our many free email newsletters at which.co.uk/newsletters. We'll be back next week for another episode of Which Shorts. Thanks for listening. Which Shorts was produced and edited by me, James Rowe, while the exec producer was Grace Farrell.
Hi, Lucia here from the Which Money podcast, alongside our weekly episodes where we give you all the best advice on how to make the most of your money. We've launched Money Shorts. Each fortnight we bring you a taster of the Which Money magazine with hand-selected reviews, investigations and features by our award-winning writers brought to life on the podcast. That means you can get a taste of what the Which Money magazine has to offer without paying a penny. So join us every Monday for a brand new episode of Money Shorts, as well as every Friday for your regular episode of the Which Money podcast. Just search for Which Money wherever you get your podcasts.